Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Larry K again today. How are you doing? Today is a day of gratitude. Today is a day of gratefulness. It's a day of love. It's a day that I'm appreciating everything that, God has done for me, for yourselves. Today is the day when I give thanks to God for Ireland, for Africa, for people that I love. Today is just a day that I just want to give thanks, to God. I had wanted to talk about something different today, but then my father keeps drawing me back to say that I should be more thankful, I should be grateful. So I will be sharing my gratefulness with you all today. I am grateful for our children. I am grateful for the love that God has given us. I am grateful for the world that we live in. I am grateful, for parents. I'm grateful for fathers, for mothers. I am also grateful for the travelers. I hope that people know that we have travelers all over the world. I am grateful for the travelers in Ireland, in Africa, in America, in every part of the world. And, just growing up, because we had travelers in Nigeria and we really, really cherished them. And one of the things that, we cherish about travelers is the fact that they are different. They are very close to nature. For me, I think they're antiques. They remind us of where we are coming from. They are not moving like we are moving. And in a way, in my head, I'm just thinking that God put travelers all over the world to just remind us of where we are coming from as humans, as people before civilization. So I am very thankful for the travelers, grateful for the system. I'm grateful for the schools that we have, for the colleges that we have, for the life that God has given us. I am thankful. And for me, I just think the spirit of gratefulness is very important because, when you're grateful to God, you're sowing a seed that when it matures, it blossoms into something very beautiful. If you are that person that gives thanks, just thanking God for all He has done, He would always remember you to give you more. So I think that as a country, it's a time for us to just be more thankful, irrespective of our issues, irrespective of our wants. Obviously, human wants is insatiable. Nobody can satisfy our wants, not even God. But as it is, we just have to be very thankful for life. I am thankful that we were all able to scale through COVID-19. I'm so happy that I'm still alive today. And I am so happy that a lot of people are still alive. And condolences to families of people that have lost their lives. I'm grateful that with all the stress of COVID-19, we are all still standing. Ireland is still standing. I am grateful. I just want us to sit back and just reflect, because I think it's a time for reflection for me anyway. I've read the history and I know that Ireland as a country has come a long way since the time of the poor law. There was so much impoverishment in the country that a lot of people died, a lot of people migrated, and that led to, the workhouses. And, in as much as we had the workhouses and people had to go through extreme treatment, I think we should be grateful because the poor law and the workhouses, in a way, kind of created the history of policies for you and I in this country. Via that, we had policies for the elderly. They can have their pensions. Child benefit policies came to be. Employment policies came to be. And so many other policies like that. Policies for disabled people, for people with autism. You know, these are all policies that, as a country, has come as a sort of relief to us. So, and I know for a fact that there are so many countries that would wish that they would have what we have in Ireland. It might not be a very big country, but then God has been gracious. He has been so good. We thank God for our social welfare system. We thank God for all our professionals. We thank God for the doctors, for the nurses, for social workers, for family support workers. We thank God for each and every one of them. Also, we thank God for the social care workers too, for the teachers, you know, for the endeavors of everybody as a people, you know, that we're still keeping ourselves together. We are still loving ourselves. We thank God that all this is not by our power, but because God is looking down and is watching over us. And you know, sometimes I just think that as a country, that how are we doing it? Is it something that our ancestors have done at some point? Is it the good deed that they have done? Yes, I would want to believe that. Because I could remember that my parents had Irish teachers. They're like, oh yeah, I have this teacher. I used to have this teacher. She's Irish. A lot of our parents in Africa, our grandfathers, had Irish teachers. And that is why they were sound, they were educated. And in Irish, you know, people had missionaries that had gone all over the world to just do good things. So in a way, Ireland as a country is blessed. Ireland as a country is favored. And I as a person, I'm so grateful for that. And I am sure that you guys should be grateful. Let us learn to count our blessings. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. So it's as simple as that. We have to learn to count our blessings. And again, just looking back, I want to thank God for, you know, the independence that Ireland has today. Because I know that Ireland as a country went through colonization, which a lot of African countries went through. That we can stand as a country, we can stand as people and make our own rules, make our own laws. You know, I think it's something that, you know, we should be proud of. That some people actually died to fight for this independence. And we're still standing as a country. I am very grateful. Also, I would say that I'm grateful for our charity organizations. I'm grateful for St. Vincent de Paul, for Cork Simons, you know. I am grateful that they have partnered with, social workers, they have partnered with family support workers to just ensure that people's lives are better. I am grateful that, they had the mission to help our children, paying their fees, bills, sometimes putting them through therapy, and the family resource centers that are all over the place. So we are so grateful for the philanthropists that always donate money for, you and I. It's a privilege to be in this country. I am grateful as an African. I am grateful. All the minorities are very grateful because we came into this country and wholeheartedly we have been looked after. I am very grateful, and we are grateful as people. I would like to give honor to whom honor is due, our president in Ireland, Catherine Connolly. We're very grateful to have you. I am very grateful for Dr. Noel Browne. He lived from 1915 to 1997. He was a transformative, radical Irish doctor and politician who served as Minister for Health in 1948 to 1951. He is best known for drastically reducing tuberculosis in Ireland and his passionate, controversial advocacy for the mother and child scheme. He was not successful with that, but the heart behind it, I think, is remarkable. And it's, something that we should all be grateful for. I am grateful for Peter Mcverry. Peter Mcverry was born in 1944. He's an Irish Catholic priest and founder of the Peter Mcverry Trust, which battles homelessness in Ireland. According to one report, the Mr. Mcverry Trust helped 3,600 homeless people in Dublin in 2013. And up till today, he's still working very hard that we all have a roof over our heads. So I think it's something that we need to be very grateful about. As a social worker, I wrote my thesis on homelessness. So I was able to use a lot of his materials for my thesis. And I found his materials very peaceful, simply written. There was this, peace that came with his writing. So in my head, he's a friend. And last but not the least, I am grateful for the world. I'm grateful for Ireland. I'm grateful for Africa. I'm grateful for people from Asia. I'm grateful for the people from the United Arab Emirates, the descendants of Ismail. I am so grateful that we're all still standing. I am grateful for the Indians. I am grateful for the Iraqis, for the Iranis. I'm grateful that though we have issues in our different countries, but we still have to be grateful for the good times, for the bad times, because in our gratefulness, I believe God would remember us and put a stop to this, chaos that is going on in all the countries. But I'm in the mood of thanksgiving. I am grateful to God. God has been wonderful. He has been fantastic. So for life, we should be grateful. So as a country, as a human being, I am grateful. And that is all I'm going to say today. And that is my heart of gratefulness. So if you love my content, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and make a comment. And please be grateful. Today is a day where we all have to be grateful to God. Be grateful. Let's give thanks to God more than we ask. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Now you carry me go far from where I start to where now your grace right my path. Now you do I know you take your praise. 2025 now testimony. 2026 now better days. When my door lock, you open gate. When them say no, you say yes. You crown my head with favor. You turn my shame to excess grace. My family, my health, my bread. Everything I use supply.